moment in time to buy a house because so many buyers are sitting on the sideline. You can still buy a house without facing 50 or 100 offers and having to do an overbid strategy. The reason is because many people think the housing market's going to crash. But in this video, I'm going to show you 4 key pieces of facts and data. It's backed by actual data. These are facts on why the housing market is not going to crash. Let's start with the first one. Lending regulations. They were loosened in 2008. It created a massive housing bubble. The bubble burst and the market crashed. What happened since then? Number one, there was a 2-year supply of homes on the market. It created a years-long recession with years-long elevated unemployment rate, and we retightened mortgage standards. And the way you read this chart is the lower the line, the tighter the standards. Look where we're at right now. We're at the tightest lending standards we've been in several decades. So that's the first reason why the market's not going to crash. The loans that have been written were written based on solid underwriting guidelines. Here's the second one. Unemployment. The red line is unemployment after the housing crisis. So look from the start. It spiked up almost 10%, stayed there for a while, and then slowly worked its way down until November of 2016. Look at the pandemic. It went way up, way back down, and we're now at about 3.5%. The other thing I think is super important to understand is, we hear a lot about layoffs at Federal Express and Amazon, and the reality of it is that a lot of those layoffs were due to the pandemic. Those companies scaled up. Like we all know, we all ordered Amazon all the time during the pandemic. So all the shipping companies, Amazon, companies like that scaled up, they just simply cut back. We also have areas of the economy still expanding right now. So the unemployment rate is actually very, very low. Now let me give you the third reason. I hinted about this one a little bit earlier. The housing supply is lower than before. So look, this is 08. This is what I was saying. So we had like we have like a 4.5 month supply of inventory on the market. It spikes way high. It was actually at one point almost 2 years. It was just insane the number of inventory that was out there, and it slowly creeped down. But from the end of the housing market till now, you guess what happened? The population grew, but the builders didn't keep up with it. There's not enough houses in the United States. It's a systemic problem, and it's going to create price support. And couple that with the existing homeowners have 2 and 3 or 4% interest rates. They're only selling if they have to sell. You have massive price support right now for the current market. No worries that price. In fact, prices have already started going up this year from a little bit of a slowdown in November last year. Here's the fourth and last one I want to share with you. Homeowners have record amounts of equity. So here's the thing. Homeowners don't go into foreclosure when they have record amounts of equity. Equity is at an all-time high. So what that's going to do is provide continuing price support to the market and continue to allow us to expand and grow. So if you've been sitting there right now, I'm telling you, it's a great time to buy. We've done surveys, and we know that when interest rates come to 4%, that's 4%, like even 4.99 or below, the pent-up demand for buyers is going to explode, and they're going to enter the market with not enough houses out there, and you're going to end up having to pay more. So if you are thinking of selling to buy, or you need to buy now is the time to do it. It's a great opportunity. You have no worries about this housing market crashing. That you can use to put on that form. So you get the comparables from your agent, you put them on the form, and then you mail it into the county. So that's how you do it on your own, and then there's a hearing. Now, there is a service that does this as well, and if you click on the link, the Home Orbit link that's in the body of this email, and you just establish your own username and password. It's my Home Orbit account. Home Orbit is your own private universe of personalized services around your home. And if you scroll down, you'll see an icon that says protest property taxes. We work with a company in Texas. They'll review your case. If they think they could win or lower your taxes, they'll do a protest. And then, however, you basically pay them on what's called a contingency basis, meaning it's a percent of what they save you. And so you call them up, they'll give you all the details. Lots of people have used their service the last few years very successfully. That's why we have aligned with them. But that's another way of doing it if you don't want to deal with it.
they'll get you a savings, and they, like I said, you pay them a percent of what they save you. Now, lastly, and this is some good news. If you bought a house last year and you forgot to file your homestead exemption, you could still file it, and you can call the county, and in many cases, they'll apply that retroactively and give you a refund on your property taxes and put the cap into place from when you bought it. So it's super important to get that property homestead exemption filed immediately. Last pro tip, pro hack is annually look at your notice of appraised value. You can manually calculate what your what your property taxes are going to be. You can look at your escrow account on your mortgage, determine what was collected last year, compare the two, and the difference is what your escrow is going to have to go up to next year based on the adjustment for taxes. So that's a key component that everyone gets surprised every year, especially right now. A lot of people are opening up their notice of appraised value and looking at their property taxes, and they're just blown away by how far they've gone up. So I hope you found this helpful. Reach out if you have any questions, and have a great day.